hoping to follow on from the stunning drama of Dave Chisnell and Martin Schindler that we've just seen in the first quarter-final. Chizzy awaits the winner of this tie. As mentioned, 107 meetings between the two of them. Van Gerwen has won around 3/4 of them. Peter Wright has, of course, won some significant titles. Alexandra Palace in 2020. And he did beat Van Gerwen in Hildesheim back in 2017, the year where Peter Wright was phenomenal on the European Tour circuit, winning 5 of them. But phenomenal is a word that Van Gerwen uses a lot, and a word that we can describe him as, because he's won 36 European Tours, hasn't won one for over a year. He'll want to rectify that this weekend. He's not really been pressurised in his 2 games so far. James Wade and Danny Noppert both dispatched 6-2. Peter Wright has played 3 times against Nico Springer, Stephen Bunting and Jan van Veen earlier this afternoon. Van Veen hit a 1-4-2 in that game, Avi, and that seemed to just spark Peter Wright back into life.
Yeah, it really did, because he responded with a 1-4-3, and he was a significantly better player from there. One thing that has been there for Peter Wright over the course of his matches so far is timing. Against Bunting, who played really well, he just seemed to time things excellently. Played well in 6 legs in that one, and then when Van Veen looked like he'd found something, Peter Wright matched him. But MVG, as you said, is one of the few players, it has to be said, involved in today's action, who's actually performed consistently well across his matches.
84.
The only man to win this tournament multiple times. It was a Euro Tour all-timer in 2015 against Gary Anderson. Meet James Wilson in 2018 before Rob Cross was dispatched a couple of years ago. Just looking at the Peter Wright darts, we'll wait until he comes back to the board because he's got a break chance here.
100.
I make it the 4th different set that he's used this weekend.
Another one in there, or a single for a dart of the bull, but it's going to be double 5. Just comes inside. Had to survive a scare in the opener on throw, Michael Van Gerwen, and that is wild. Isn't able to rectify it. So another opportunity.
Double 2. Up for double 1. Oh, he just squeezes it right into the corner. First dart may have obscured his view a little bit, but he somehow gets it in.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that Peter Wright said after his victory over Jan van Veen this afternoon that he didn't bring the Simon Whitlock darts with him to the venue today. As Michael Van Gerwen treats us to our first maximum of the evening in this one. How well he played with them. I thought he would have at least brought them to the venue.
58.
Maybe he didn't have the strength in his arms to carry all his sets of darts.
Very fair point.
77.
Yeah, Peter Wright uses a lot of darts, and we as commentators are obliged to make pithy comments about it. Throwing these well at the moment, though.
100.
Peter Wright simply could not beat MVG. Now, it's around about 2016-17 when no one could beat MVG. It was as close as it was to being unbeatable in the world of darts. He's had the battle scars from this fixture.
Yeah, remarkable, though, that 2.5 legs into this one as Peter Wright finds his first maximum. MVG averaging up around 110 with his third maximum of the match. Now up around 115. Hasn't had a look in at the back end of legs. Now the first leg, it was pretty much his own fault, made a mess of the ton. He's going to get a look at this 48, but it's under pressure from Snakebite. This is absolutely incredible at the moment. MVG with an 11 darter to get his first leg on the board.
Exhibition stuff so far.
100.
Both players averaging in the 110s, and that has occurred before when they've played each other. It was in the Championship League of Darts. Van Gerwen winning that one 6-4, and Peter Wright going down with an average of 112. These two can help spur each other on. They can raise their games. This is silly.
Right now, they are knocking lumps out of each other. This is absolutely remarkable. We're in leg 4, and we've seen 7 maximums hit between them.
125.
You imagine Peter Wright wants to prove to the world that he's not finished, he's not on the decline, even though results haven't been going his way of late. Double 8. Peter Wright misses the chance to go 3-1 up. Van Gerwen could hit back-to-back 11 darters. He'll have to settle for one at the bull. Plumb in the bullseye. That is a sign that both of these players are producing their absolute A game.
Yeah, you can see the numbers from both of these players. MVG's highest ever Euro Tour average is 117.94. That was actually in this event back in 2015. And if he keeps this up, he's going to absolutely obliterate that.
It's the good kind of
Filth. Absolute filth.
Well, if it carries on in this vein, then we're going to have to look at potentially rewriting the record books.
Might be required 128.
Opted not to start on the 18s, essentially saying to a man who's averaging 113.6, I don't think you're capable of taking out the 170 on this occasion.
58. Peter required 170.
And on this occasion, he was right.
Well judged, Michael.
Might be required 70.
Double 8. 14 darter.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Michael Van Gerwen wins 3 in a row. Nudges himself in front for the first time.
Didn't get a dart at double in the opening 2 legs,
95.
Michael Van Gerwen. Since then, he's gone out in 11, 12 and 14.
119.
Yeah, if that's a set in the World Championship, you're looking at around about the 122 mark.
60.
Peter Wright not made a final yet this year. Last was actually that European Championship
78.
that he won against James Wade.
Yeah, this has been as good as it's got for Peter Wright on the Euro Tour this year. Not yet made the final session until tonight. It's a great time of year to suddenly burst back into form with the spate of Euro Tours and majors that are coming up.
I can't believe it. Neither of them are down to a finish.
96.
MVG is now, though. Not had a ton topper yet this week. Van Gerwen.
40. Might be requiring 108.
But he's got time with this 108 after that poor setup from Peter Wright.
60.
Yeah, this has by some way been the poorest leg of the match.
100. Might be required 48.
Done this already. Double eight.
Game show
Doesn't miss that. Michael Van Gerwen, for the first time in the match, misses a dart at double. It ultimately doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as you get it done in that visit, of course, it doesn't really make much of a difference. The way MVG played at the Winter Gardens in the summer, it felt, even though he was defeated in the final, of course, by Luke Humphries, final, I'm sure Michael will have thought, how on earth have I not won that? But it just felt, didn't it, as though it can't be too much longer until he does pick up another big title. He has had one win this year. That was a World Series event. The Dutch Darts Masters, beat Luke Littler in the final. 5 finals overall this year, that's the only one he's won, but it can't be too long if he continues to produce these numbers, produce these performances.
140.
He is still Michael Van Gerwen. He's still got that aura and presence about him. I don't think that's ever going to disappear.
96. Peter require 130.
Peter Wright looking to break back. Double 5. Narrowly missed this in the first leg.
120.
That's probably a better miss, you'd say.
Require 126. 46. Peter required 10.
They weren't ideal misses for MVG. Will he come back? No, he will not.
Peter Wright.
Another bacon throw in this one. Back on throw. 13 darter from Peter Wright.
And the 180 drought continues. 2 whole legs.
100.
Michael Van Gerwen at 50% checkout success for the weekend overall. 80 in this match. So clinical.
140.
That's a disgusting deflection into the 5s.
60.
Ball into play. I don't think he could have found a way through on the 20 segment. Wanted to stay there.
140. Feature required 161.
The extra 40 points advantage Van Gerwen has got could be significant. Or it could be nothing, because Peter Wright could take 161. Couldn't he just? Peter Wright with a blockbuster of a checkout. He has been throwing ton-plus checkouts for fun in Hildesheim. That is a 6th of the tournament. It is sensational from Snakebite.
Well, when he was under a bit of pressure in his match against Jan van Veen this afternoon, and the Dutch youngster had just taken out a 1-4-2 to go 4-3 up, Peter Wright replied with a 1-4-3. In this one, he found himself 4-2 down, having been 2-0 up. His response to that, a 13 darter, a 12 darter, and that filthy 1-6-1.
Peter Wright played some really good stuff in Australia and New Zealand, reached a couple of semi-finals, but it's been really barren in terms of ranking action. And it was around about the midpoint of last year where, out of nothing, he went to Prague, beat Dave Chisnell in the final. Thought that might have spurred him on, it didn't, and then out of nowhere he wins the European Championship.
93.
Still got the capability of popping up.
Feature required 41.
And it's getting better from Snakebite. Last 3 legs, 13, 12, and now an 11. Well, he's not going to skip the 10 and give us a 9 to win it. But so far on the Euro Tour in 2024, his highest average, Peter Wright, just shy of 104. At the moment, he is up around the 109 mark. And that's with everything that MVG has thrown at him in this one. He is withstanding pressure so incredibly well this weekend.
55.
The 11 180s between Chisnell and Schindler. And we've had 11 here. May even get more.
81.
Van Gerwen needs to find something big. He's made a career out of doing this.
140.
The last start dips low, it means he's not on a finish.
Well, it's not the 7th 3-figure out of the weekend for Peter Wright, but he has left it perfectly for when he returns.
140. Feature required 40.
Van Gerwen does all he can do. Double 10. Maybe this weekend is the start of a Peter Wright renaissance. A stunning display from Snakebite. The 2-time world champion is looking to become just the 2nd man to win this tournament more than once.